Manhattan Billionaires Row residents in bid to block homeless shelter at the old Savoy Park Hotel. Residents of Manhattan's Billionaires Row have begun legal action in a bid to stop a homeless shelter opening on their doorstep. New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio announced his plan to open the shelter in the upscale section of Midtown at the start of the year. As part of the mayor's plan, the former Park Savoy Hotel on West 58th Street is currently being converted into a shelter for 150 homeless men. But residents of the cluster of high-end apartments near the southern end of Central Park known as Billionaires Row are strongly opposed to the plan. Now the West 58th Street Coalition has begun a lawsuit in the Manhattan Supreme Court, the New York Post reported. According to the lawsuit, the proposed shelter is not up to modern safety standards and would pose a danger to both its homeless residents and neighbors. That is why emergency relief is urgently needed now to prevent this shelter from opening imminently, according to the complaint. The city has ignored fire, crime, construction and asbestos issues, the neighborhood activists allege. Not only is the building unsafe, but crime and loitering will lead to irreparable injuries that have been found to warrant emergency injunctive relief to block the opening of a homeless shelter, their lawsuit claims. The shelter at the Park Savoy Hotel will be called the Park Savoy Rapid Rehousing and Employment Center. Nonprofit West, which will run the shelter, said its residents will be either employed or employable. West will also provide around-the-clock security featuring guards posted at shelter entrances and 56 new security cameras in the facility. 157 is one of a number of super-tall skyscraper residencies that together make up Billionaires Row. The 75-story building, which sits at 157 West 57th Street between 6th and 7th Avenues in Midtown, is home to some of the richest residents of New York. In January 2015, an unidentified buyer put down $100.5 million for the penthouse at 157, making it the most expensive residential real estate purchase in New York City history. A year earlier, the second most expensive residential real estate deal ever was made, and it, too, was for a 13,554 square foot duplex in 157. Speaking at a residents' meeting earlier this year, Suzanne Silverstein, the president of the West 58th Street Coalition, said he was fighting to block the proposal in the interests of her children, aged 10 and 12. What does this mean for the safety of the people in the neighborhood, especially children? What to do about New York's growing homeless population has proved to be one of the most contentious issues in city politics, particularly since de Blasio became mayor in 2014. De Blasio's administration wants to open a total of 90 homeless shelters across New York's 5 boroughs within the next 5 years. The city's homeless population has been estimated to number more than 63,000, but local residents in some areas have expressed vehement opposition.